This is High Noon and welcome. Are you prepared to draw? I hope so. And I don't mean any of that liver-lizzied, gun-slinging stuff. And I don't mean any of that arty stuff. I'm here to do that. Yous all will just draw together, become family, friends, help each other, support each other, all that stuff. This is a place to have a good old time, friends and frolic, and all that stuff. Okay? This is it.
Hello, hello, hello. Give me a sec. I gotta get thing set. How is everyone today? I don't know what I'm doing exactly today. Bored. I've got to figure out something different to do, new to do here. I'm just going down in subs and seems not going up. Let me get Twitch up and all that. Thank you, Lorenzo, for sharing this out. Computer dashboard. Let me pop out the chats here. No, I might get everything ready for. I had it, but I thought what I wanted for ready, but I think I'm gonna change things up a little. Hello, Cactus, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so I do have my thing coming out soon. My, which, I should know how to say it. I'm good for the most part, for sure. Let's see. You want black? I think I'm going to get the pages ready for. I thought I had them ready for my coloring book. I'm probably going to go through mix them for printing. few rounded corners. Like these. 10. No. Okay, that looks good for a good size of thing. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna save this as a template. Coloring book page template. And I probably spelled that completely wrong, but okay, so let's get some of this stuff that I am putting in. No YouTube. I should have YouTube. I shared out already from YouTube. Yeah, it says I'm streaming on YouTube. Mallet. Excellent condition. Well, I don't know why you can't find it. Video link. There's the link to it. Okay, so do. Getting a bunch of stuff here. Okay, so loading up a few files here. Crash Comics Part 3. Yeah, something like that. Rebellious. Just waiting for some stuff to load here. That's going in my coloring book. Starting to get the pages ready. What is this? Let me keep going off of that. I got my history lesson. Cool. From where? Powered by rainbows. Ah, cool. What was the history lesson about? I guess is the other question. History on what? Neighborhoods. Okay. Copying this, but it's wanting to take forever. Okay, so here we go. Here we go again. Oh, template there. Rick, you should get PP. they could do a show together. Not sure how that would work out. How gay people got disrespected in the military back in the day. Now it wants to take forever just to plop something down on here that I've pasted. Why would you be? Why would you be? Probably try not to be. Twitch has too many buttons, laugh out loud. Yeah, they have a few buttons. Aren't you for going meat today? It's Lent. Not me. Powered by Rainbows and Rick have different viewpoints on a ton of stuff. Very true. Rebellious. I haven't even met him or her or whatever the case may be. I am told by... Oh, what am I working on? I am working on a bunch of my... well, I did it before, but I'm working on getting all my pages together for... the comic book, the coloring book, I should say. Actually, here, Rick is trying to. No, I'm not trying to alienate anybody. Okay, so. For anybody in the group that wants to, there is a link to come on. Yeah, but that's how you grow. True. Okay, so here we go. Just want to copy the Toxico lettering. There you go. I'm getting ready to go to work. Ah, cool. It's Friday and you have to go to work. Lovely. What's up, Rick Piper of Cross Comics? Not much. Right, might as well wait until Monday. How are you living? Alright. Let's scale that down. Okay, and let's see. Go to my website. Blends. Okay, so there we go. Okay, there we go. Let's make that 25 in size. Hopefully that'll be good for almost every character. Okay, so if basically all my pages look like that, what do you guys think? Looks great, Rick. Cut, print. Looks great, Rick. Cut, print, make dollars. Okay, save that. We're gonna save it as a PNG as well. Is that the one I can maybe choose? Okay, so let's. Okay, so. Get my name out of there. Okay, so we'll take Toxico out. Take his lettering out. Transform scale. John Rick is not observing Kent this year. Don't observe Lent any year. What's up, RP? RP or JP? Okay, you okay? You're radio silent. Yeah, just not a lot to say, I guess. Rebellious? So what's the news on the comic book? My comic book? Slow? Then you're not a real Christian. Well, you can believe that. Not what really makes you a real Christian or not, whether you observe Lent or not. Scale. God established Catholic Church. No, just it was the church. Man established the various denominations based on interpretation of Scripture. I'd rather be tied up to a chair and give up my content. What about Peter? He established the church through all of Christendom. There was many leaders throughout the church. Peter was just one of them. Peter even had people he had to answer to. If you read Acts, who am I getting? Yeah. I don't think it was that is what's meant by that statement. I think it's more the thing of what Peter said. That Christ is the Son of God. I do. I think we can all agree Peter was terrible. In the church all are equal. Jesus said not to be pagans and lord over one another. Okay, so there, I think Blood Oath is done or redone. Well, the Lutheran sect, Rome. I don't agree with religion, says Pastry. Well, there is a place for religion. Religion is all the do's and don'ts of what one believes. Or RP, rebellious. You have that right in America. Lutherans are Catholic lights. Yeah, I could agree to that. Definitely. Let's see. I believe Catholic. Yeah, but see, the true church is actually the body of Christ, although it's not a religious It's not a denomination of Christianity. Because when you first started out, yeah, yes, and that's I believe in James too, sketchbook. When you first started out, there was no denominations. There was no Catholics. There was no Protestants. All that stuff wasn't around. It was just believers in Christ. Although people tried to get there with, oh, I believe in Paul, I believe in Peter, I believe in Apollo, blah, blah, blah. Rick, I know your way is wrong. You should repent. I have repented. I read in the Bible Jesus wanted to marry me. That's pretty gay. The bride of Christ. Yes, but see, that makes you, in wanting to marry you, he's sort of saying the bride of Christ. So, it's more you change, not him. And it's more symbolic than anything. Denominations were created by man. Most will realize this too late. It's why there will be a great falling away. So Rick does have a lot to say. I prove his statement wrong. Don't feed the that's a stretch, Rick. So Dylan doesn't want to be a bride. Scale. I believe the fact that conversion therapy is wrong. Yeah, I thought a little bit about it. I would say that too because you're not really going to probably change somebody or by doing that. Well, or I might believe in a different sort of conversion therapy. Somebody comes to Christ as a believer and they want to change to be as he wants them to be. Christ will change them. Nothing man can do through these things can really change anybody. Any sort of things like that, getting them in a room for a weekend or whatever. Only God can change the heart. That's the only way I believe in conversion therapy. Not by man, but by God. Like I said, sticking somebody in a room with somebody and preaching at them or whatever you want to call it for a weekend or whatever. Isn't going to do it. Okay, so now I need to I didn't do tank. I want to get down on my knees and start pleasing Jesus. John, please! Yeah, only God can change someone. We haven't the ability because we can't remove the veil. Yeah. I believe disowning people from. Yeah, I would say that too. Oh, hey, Mom. Let him work. We don't have to answer for his thing. True. It's just that the meaning, the double entendre meaning, which I think he more meant the second part by. And I'll be right back. When Mom's here back, I want to let her know something if she doesn't already know it. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. I agree with Ego. Laugh out loud. Okay, what did Ego say? Rick, this is why Dillard and Marsupio shouldn't have a wrench. Okay, so, tonal correction. Okay, there we go. Control A, Control C. Yes, wrenches are too much work. Did you, did your, did your mom get John's money? Yes, she did. Wrenches are to punish. Oh, wrenches are also to get put out lengths too. Not that my wrenches do that a lot. Sounds like we have a lot of murder cannibal sympathizers here. Okay, so there we got tanks done. Although I think that's a new page for me. I do a ton of pre-stream entertainment for the channel. I wrench post links. I think you mean your wrenches post links? Because he puts out a stream notice days at a time. Okay, so there we go. There's Tank's logo done, or lettering, I should say. Okay, so I'm gonna convert opacity to, or brightness to opacity. Gotta fix those hands first. I don't have anyone to promote here. I sense heresy. Hey, Marsupial. Well, so also wrenches could, post my links, not just links of other people or links of other people, if need be. Okay, so I watched part of Rebellious Pastry stream. Says Dillard. Which one? Yeah, post links for merch. I had 3 accidentally. I would never say such blasphemous things as Dillard says. Marsupial. Okay, so the big thing here is going to be doing this, writing this name, putting this in. Transform, scale. Also, Eagle's grammar is bad. Yes. But then forgets it here. I kind of want one of these Canadian Shield teas. Says marsupial. I'm just lazy. Okay, so now I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of black airbrush. We'll try and make this as small as possible. And I bet my mom did it wrong again. Mom! When you grabbing those links, they're not correct. You have to click them and then grab it. Because it cuts it off for you when you're grabbing them. When will this stream become carbon neutral? I have no idea. Okay, I've done my Ranchini duty. Back to work. Ban Eagle, but you should sell carbon credits. Okay, so is one of them Miss Maple? I think one's Bull. Ghost. Yeah. I thought this was a crab. No, the crab was a couple days ago. But I was becoming crabby because of it, so... Okay. Yeah, I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. Oh, Moose. Moose. So tonight, when I'm gaming, it's going to be on my Pied Piper channel. So just so everybody knows, not that anybody's going to come and watch. Not sure what I'm going to play tonight because it depends on whether or not um, we have metal here, which I'm not sure. Well, I could do it on both, my Pied Piper and Twitch. Okay, so there's Ant done. Just not, yeah, like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to be playing yet on it. It all depends. I know what's supposed to be played tonight, but I'm pretty sure I know what's supposed to be played tonight, but just playing by myself, I'd probably do something different. So what does everybody else got planned for the day? Scale this down. Another face, but why? What do you mean another face? Okay, so let's see. Okay, Bullet needs another face, so Rick draw another face. Bullet will have to face the music. I'm not drawing faces in these things on purpose. Am I making one set? Not even. Hey, Pope Raven, how are you? How is your Saturday going so far? But you are drawing. I'm not drawing any faces at the moment. I'm copying and pasting. Well, that's good. I know you're only about an hour or two into it, but, good. All good. Yeah. Unlike your art. Yeah, thanks. But they're true face and they're fake fakes. Which is which? We'll never know, I guess. Eagle. What are you drawing? I'm getting the pages ready for the coloring book. Pope Raven. There is already another face in that Ice Woman pick laugh out loud. did the coloring book fun? Yes and no. It's a flexible goal, so I get the money no matter what. But I have yet to reach the 500 Canadian $500. I need another $230 Canadian to do that. I'm going to be on Eric Nienatowski's channel later today, so not that I'm expecting to get a lot from that. Or any. But I do have another 18 days. But with getting, the 270, although I'll probably get somewhere around 200. $200, $225, I'll be able to still fulfill it. Yeah, saving. Is this for the coloring book? Yes, it is. Mallet. What is a PHP? It's wet. Was the coloring book a good idea? Yeah. Do you have Ice Woman and a Snowdrift? Yes. Joshua. PHP is definitely just it's like HTML, but it's a different coding for a web page. Slightly different. And it was a good idea because, yeah, I didn't get a super amount of money, and I wasn't expecting to get a super amount of money, but it's going to be able to let me know whether I can get the money in Canadian funds going through Indiegogo, whether I'll have a problem or not. Pope Raven. As I did have problems, as you may or may know, when I was trying to do it in American funds. Two ice, yeah, but one's good, one's bad. Here you go. Let me see which. I need to see what stuff I got. I should bring up George's. Bring up the ones that other people's that I have yet. Are they sister assassins? No. Was the ability of fulfilling the comic book ever at risk? If so, why make it a flexible goal? It might have been slightly at risk under, I don't know, 100, maybe 150. I would have fulfilled no matter what. I just would have had to print. Well, with this, I've got like 14 backers. Well, my dad's a 15th, but his money's not on there, and he's getting 5 books. So, with the way things are, let's see, I've got 5 digital backers. So 4, 6, 7, 8 copy plus my dad's 5, 13. So I'm gonna probably print up maybe 25 copies of it. I would probably print it less depending on people getting, if it was under $100, I would have printed, maybe just 1 or 2 more. Yes, I have a dad. And flexible goal, so no matter whether it was under, I didn't quote unquote get my 500, is I would get whatever money and I'd be able to find out whether there's a problem with doing in Canadian funds or not. Let's see. What is your end game? What do you mean by that, Bullet? Exactly. Your coded messages. I have no coded messages. It's all in your head. Yes. Okay, so we're going to take, well, we're going to keep that in actually right now. Control V. Transform, scale. Dilla, are you going to stream today? You are under the influence of a dark force then. Okay, Rick, if you could do it all over, would you still not advertise the Culling route? Please don't say you did. Well, I'll admit I didn't do a lot of advertising. I did a little bit. Very minute. And I don't know whether I would or not. And my biggest problem about advertising it is I'm not sure how to go on all these shows and talk about it for more than 5 minutes. When most people want you on there for, 20, 30 minutes at least. Yeah, and I admit it here. Rick Bullet is bringing out a lot of proof. Proof for what? Ah, crap. I didn't do one major thing on this. I might have been able to talk about my whole universe. Sometimes it's hard watching Rick fail every day. Yeah, well, try living failing every day, Pope Raven. Alright, there we go. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know why you'd try it, but I live it. Is my point. You think it's hard watching it? It's harder living it. Oh, crap, I keep forgetting to put things on these things. All I do is win no matter what. Oh, that's nice, Joshua. No, no, it's harder living it. It's way harder living it. Subscribe. Joshua wants to sing on stream. Joshua, so when are you going to become the Joker, Rick? Probably never. Although sometimes I feel like becoming the Joker. Yes. Joker is lame, Rick. Become Two-Face, Mr. Freeze, or the Penguin. Come. Let's smooth. Hey, John.
Hey, what up, Rick?
Oh, not a lot. Yourself?
Oh, nothing much. I'm just working on another card.
Cool. Harrington's?
No, I'm actually working on Rick Arrow's partner.
Ah.
Well, she's gonna have a really big role in the next one shot. So I wanted to give her own card this time.
Ah. So are you telling anybody what her name is, or not?
No, not until a little bit later.
Let it be a mystery, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Just no rewriting history?
See, I like that. That was better.
What?
The DuckTales reference.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to get somebody to color this because I'm not great at colors, and I find it really hard to color stuff that's in heavy, heavy shadow, but that's what I like drawing the most, is stuff in heavy, heavy shadow.
Yeah.
And this is actually going to be the very first page.
Oh, cool, cool.
Like the top panel of the first page. But I want to set it up also so that it looks nice on a card. So I'm trying to... It's actually going to be just her on the side.
Yeah.
She's on the floor amongst a bunch of rubble because of the spoilers on the end of this book I'm doing right now. But I can't say why there's rubble everywhere. But
yeah, I gotta come up with a little bit of an ending quick to the 3-page thing. I just don't know how to end it. Well, I know that's a completely different topic.
I mean, it is, but only a little bit.
Yeah. Pope Raven's wondering how to get the cards.
They're going to be for sale.
After the campaign's over, I take it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. This is what I'm thinking about. Because I've seen Vinny Tartamella do this. And that is keep the Indiegogo open after fulfillment and use it as a storefront. And adding new tiers.
Yeah.
So I might do that because I don't know how many people are actually going to jump on Etsy. I really don't.
Yeah.
Like, I know if somebody was like, oh, my stuff's on Etsy, I'd be like, I might get to that because I got to open up an account. You know what I mean? Or fill out new payment information.
Yeah. I get what you mean. And we got a Dr. XD Vaporware Pro saying who hates Doomsday Clock. I don't know. I haven't read it, so I don't know whether I hate it or like it or not. Although we've had somebody else in here saying it's garbage, so...
But, you know what? I got to go look up the size of that holder because... And the thing is, these things are expensive, too. I don't know. The holders by themselves are like... they're too expensive. I don't know. I think they're too expensive.
Well, you could do 2 different tiers. You could do getting them without the holder and getting them with the holder.
Maybe.
That way you give people the cheap choice.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of people, Rick.
Yeah. Well, you may not be a fan of people, but the problem is you need people to buy your stuff to make money.
I don't like dealing with people and their problems.
Yeah, well, the problem whether they can afford to get it becomes your problem.
No, that's not my problem.
Well, if they can't get it, you don't make money. That's your problem.
No, not at all. If they can't afford to get it, then I don't have to deal with them or shipping them anything. I don't have to deal with them at all.
Yeah, but if they can get it, that means you get more money.
Yeah, but is it worth it to me?
Well, that's why you...
Is it worth the headache, Rick, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I would say yeah. Well, depending on how much money, of course, you charge, too. Well, what's a holder? Pope Raven.
Well, it's a, I guess it's the wrong word. It's a display. It's a display plate. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be made out of aspen wood because it's incredibly dense and very smooth, and because I wanted to have that mirror gloss, that black mirror gloss on it. because it's going to be like a stained wood, like an ebony,
Yeah.
and it's going to have a real high gloss on it. So I want the wood to be very smooth, not like oak that has very large grain.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a plaque somewhere in the neighborhood of 14 inches by 10 inches. And it's going to have a recess cut out of it. And the recess is going to be about, I would say probably 9 by 10, 9 by 11. The top is going to have the Buckler logo, which is carved out and filled with a glossy red transparent resin. And it's going to say the Buckler, and then it'll say Series 1. And it's going to have 9 spaces for cards, and the cards are going to be able to be put into a holder, which you have to do this yourself, or I could do it. But you would put the cards in the holder. You take the top off of it. It's like a hard acrylic glass substitute with screws. And then you put the cards in there, and you screw them in. But the recess that this plaque is placed into is going to have neodymium magnets, so you can click it in and click it out to take it, to look at the back of the cards and all that without taking the plaque off the wall.
Cool.
It's going to look real slick. It's going to be very shiny and glossy all over.
Sounds good. Rick, next character, the people? I have no idea what you mean, Eagle. Okay, so let's see that one. Sounds awesome, unlike Vestry, says Pope Raven.
They put me on the spot yesterday. I was on Drawn and Quartered.
Ah.
I was over there just watching, and then because I was watching your show and watching their show, and then Chester was like, "Hey, we're having a problem with Discord, so a lot of our artists didn't show up. You want to come in here and draw?" I was like, "I guess so." So I went in there to draw Nicolas Cage. I don't know why they were drawing Nicolas Cage, but they were. So I went in there and I drew Nicolas Cage, a little caricature of Nicolas Cage.
Cool, I guess.
And then Booster put me on the spot. He was like, "What do you think about Vestry, the book?" And I had to tell him it was awful, but I did praise the Ashcan. It was really good. So,
Oh, that's good.
and then Marsupial's out there trying to get a beef started between Kat and Tyler Carpenter over Miss Maple.
Are the cards going to be gold foil or metal? Asks Pope Raven.
No, they're not. They're going to be. It's called. What is this finish called? Let me see if I can find it. Let me go look at the website real quick. Because these things are, because a normal card, like a business card, is like a 10-point or a 12-point thickness, right?
Yeah.
And then a trading card usually is somewhere in the neighborhood of like a 14 to a 16-point thickness.
Yeah.
These cards are 38-point thickness. They have a core. They have a core in the middle of them. And then the cards themselves, because I got a sample set from Gary Shipman.
No.
And they are beefy boys. They are thick cards. But more importantly than look, I'm going to show you something here. And let me turn on my camera. Hold on. And there we go. Let me know when it's showing.
Okay.
Because these have like a velvet, soft touch velour finish on them.
No. Let's go browsers. Cancel.
And when I saw this, I was like, "Damn, this is the card that I want because it is really really beefy." Are you showing me right now, Rick?
Yeah, you're being shown now.
Okay, well here's the card, right? This is Gary Shipman's Titan card,
Yeah.
and I liked it a lot. I mean, look at how thick that boy is. I mean, he's a thick.
Yeah.
And look at this. Like, here's like my soda, right? Look at this.
It's almost like a coaster.
It's a thick card, dude. So I was like, I really wanted it like this. And the thing is, when you put it inside one of these holders, right? These top loaders, like it barely fits. You have to actually get another card because once it's in there, you can't really push it anymore. You have to get like another card, like a buckler card, right? And and push it in. There we go. Now it's at the bottom.
You probably could just knock it on the bottom with, like on your desk or whatever. And it'll probably go down slowly.
Yeah, I mean, your table's wobbling, you can stick this under your table leg. But I want them that thick. But the thing is, they're going to be behind an acrylic gloss, right? So if you have a glossy card that's behind a glossy acrylic, it gets really difficult to view it at any angle. You know what I mean? Because you're having two different glosses to deal with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them matte like this.
Yeah.
They're going to be matte. They're going to have this soft touch velour, but they're going to be this super beefy boy card. And but it's going to have, because this one I didn't like the way it came out. These came out awful, and they made them wrong. They made them glossy, even though I didn't want them glossy.
Oh wow!
But I did it as a test just to make sure. And this company, I'm not going with that company. They suck.
Well, those cards are worth money now.
Nah, they're not worth no money.
Well, not yet.
I got a bunch of them. Look, because you have to order them in like sets of like so many. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
So,
what you should
I got a bunch of them.
What you should do, since they're not
I'll
going
give
to
them
be
away for free, Rick.
Yeah.
I'll give them away for free. How about that?
That's what I was going to suggest. Put them in with all your parcels that you're about to.
Yeah, I will. But that's not how I want my official buckler cards to be. My buckler cards are going to be second to none. They're going to be primo.
Pope Raven says, wow, that's thick. And Eagle says, they were drawing Nicolas Cage because they're too lazy to draw good pulp characters.
Oh, yeah. So now I got to figure out how to draw rubble. I hate drawing rubble, dude. It's so time consuming. All I really want to focus on is this naked lady that I'm drawing.
Well, I'm not sure whether you'd want to use it, but there is rubble brushes that come with.
Rick, come on. Absolutely not.
Well, like I said, didn't think so, but I figured I'd mention it. Just in the off case.
Because this is going to be super... this next book is going to be very scary. It's essentially just the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's like a horror movie happening inside of this ancient temple because they, they trapped themselves inside with the buckler. So it's going to be a bad time.
It's going to be a bad time in a bad way. I know, that was very bad.
Well, you're not wrong.
Okay.
And because this is going to be the first page, I want to kind of like set up the tone. So I want this to look pretty... I want it to look dire, hopeless, desperate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Transform scale.
Oh
There we go.
my goodness.
Do.
Yeah, you're not showing anything, Rick.
Oh, and I'm probably still showing you. There we go. A page out, or panel out of number 1. I should probably include some panel from page from the second book. Are we supposed to see anything? I can hear you but not see. It says,
Rick, that's a panel that I drew.
a drew over, yeah.
No, I remember I erased your panel and drew over it. You have to give me credit for that panel.
Well, I'm going to put who contributed at the beginning of the book to the.
No, on the page. I don't want people thinking that I contributed Flit's drawing.
Well, I'll probably say each page, who did what for each page. Page 1, page 2, blah, blah, blah.
I'm trying to get... The thing is, she's going to be in a pile of rubble, but I don't want to cover the whole... I don't want to cover her up with rubble. Like, you can't even see her feet because of all the rubble. I moved her hand because it was going to be behind a rock. I moved her hand on top of the rock. Just so you can kind of get a little bit, you know.
Mallet wants credit too. Rick, you should have gotten guests to do all the art. Yeah, well, trying to get 40 pieces of art from guests would have been hard. I had a hard enough time getting probably about 10 pages in total, I think, from everybody.
You don't want to do things that are hard now, do we?
Well, it isn't meant to be
A big production.
Yeah.
I hear you, Rick. I hear you. They don't hear you, but I hear you.
It's just because, like, as I've said several times before, I want to make sure I can get the money, from Indiegogo, and don't have to say rely on you, to get the money. Go into your bank account and then into mine, or I don't have to open up, somehow open up an American bank account if I could, in the States.
Mm-hmm. All right, do you want to see this picture? It's almost finished. I just got to do the background, but the foreground is finished.
Sure.
All right. Let's see here. Turn off camera. Present now. A window. There we go. So she's a little bit worse for wear. She's a little cut up. But then I'm going to just do like a craggly stone cave behind her.
Yeah, she's part naked too.
Just a little bit.
Let's see what
It's in black and white though. Nobody cares.
There we go.
but she actually is right now. It's just her, Rick Arrow, and Harrington's cameraman Tyrone. I'm sorry, Tyrese. I named him after my favorite character from The Walking Dead.
Cool.
And he's already broken up because the Buckler, as you saw when I was drawing the other panels, the Buckler had kind of had a little bit of time alone with him, so he was like kind of like breaking his arm in multiple places and wringing it around, and just tearing it up.
Yeah.
So he's kind of out of commission. So it's basically just her and Rick Arrow trapped in this cave because they had to get Harrington out of there with Totem.
Yeah.